People are wondering what is the best approach for the state to help NOPD, and have you met with Governor-elect Landry's task force on New Orleans?
Those are great questions as well. I've met with a couple of members on the transition team, not the entire team, and I believe I'm meeting with a couple of others. There have been some very specific asks that we have already made. So for instance, pardon me, I believe the governor is looking at giving us another full-time troop here in New Orleans specifically, which would give us LSP officers assigned to New Orleans. So we would just have more people, more law enforcement. So that was one. I'm going to be making a request through the transition team. One of the things I observed very quickly, and it stood out to me, and is a little bit of an inordinate from my background, and that is that your interstate systems that go through the city limits, right now, the New Orleans Police Department is the primary for any accidents on those interstates. That is not what I'm accustomed to. And so one of my requests would be that the state takes that back, that they become the primary jurisdiction on your interstates. So we obviously have had shootings on those interstates, but if you think about it, even for instance, when the fog was a problem the other week and we had to shut down the interstate, it was the New Orleans Police Department that took the primary on that, because that's when I went, oh my gosh, we're the primary? And that took a whole lot of our resources out from the city limits, and calls for service, all of those had to hold because we had to go do this interstate. That is not what I'm accustomed to. The interstates, I think, should go back to the state.
We also have some questions about the French Quarter. What is the plan to reduce violent crime in the French Quarter? How can we eliminate guns in that historic, high-traffic, high-tourism economic engine for our city? Is there technology that we can deploy to more aggressively scan for weapons? Imagine a completely safe downtown enjoyed without reservation by residents and tourists.
Right, absolutely, I do envision that, and we are working toward that, and there is fruit on that. I think last week we got about 37 guns off of the streets in that area. Y'all don't hear about that, and we don't do a good job of putting that information out as much as we should. We do work with our federal partners a lot. Our federal partners, for the most part, are going to be undercover, and you don't see them. But we have a lot of staffing that we put into the French Quarter. That's why the State Patrol asking for a whole new team to come and help us. It would be to the French Quarter.
It would be to the French Quarter, okay.